Hello, everyone, and welcome to an episode of the BS Bar, where you're getting more booze and reviews. This is a weekly after hours podcast from BS Drunk Movie Reviews, and we will be uploading these video versions to our YouTube channel at a later date. We'll keep you posted. But for our paid members, you get it first. So you can also check it out on the Patreon. My name is Vetta, and as always, I am joined by my brother, Matt.
Hey, you guys.
And on this episode, we are continuing with the Bring It On series or franchise. And we have Bring It On in it to win it. Woo!
Yeah, woo! But I want to say just real quick, like, I hate this movie so much. This is the worst one.
This is the worst one. Yes.
This is the worst one because I cannot, like, you have no idea you have no idea how many times I had to shut this movie off and then come back to it because the ridiculousness. West Coast, East Coast, West Coast, East Coast. I'm like, right. Oh, just die already.
Well, before we dive into it, I'm going to ask the most important question. What are you drinking today?
I am drinking what I've been drinking this entire time so far. I'm drinking a cheerleader. And I mean, it's I'm going to need it for this one. This one.
Oh, you're going to need a whole jug. You should have just brought the whole container. You made that shit in because you need it.
Yeah, this one was just the absolute worst ridiculousness. What are you drinking?
I'm drinking a Bring It On.
Oh, nice.
I put it in a cute little coffee cup. It is, what did I put in it? Hold on, I got to remember here. Bailey's, Grand Marnier, and Kahlua. So it's like an alcoholic hot chocolate with a little splash of something else. You know?
Nice. I like it.
I do too.
So for this one, I just want to say real quick, like, okay, so for the Bring It On series, okay, so the first one was in high school, right? Then we jumped to college, natural progression. Then we went back to high school.
But we went to camp.
And now we're going to cheer camp. And I'm like,
that's a real thing. So don't they say it's not.
But how is that a progression? You don't go from high school to college back to high school and then to cheer camp.
The college just wasn't working out for them.
If you say so.
Can I just say the only positive from this movie? Well, there's two positives from this movie.
I'd love to hear what they are.
The first one is one of the main characters is female and her name is Carson. I have a daughter who is named Carson. So I do like that because you have no idea how many times that causes problems. And I'm like, dude, it was on the girl side of the baby book too, bastard. Baby name book.
Oh, gotcha.
The second one is the spirit stick makes another appearance.
Oh, I have thoughts on that. They can shove that spirit stick up their ass. I'll tell you that right now. I have thoughts.
Two positive things out of
I don't see how that second one could possibly be a
it's
positive.
So dumb on how dramatic they are about this damn spirit stick and its magical powers of whatever the guy's name is. So
Henry Herkison or Herkison or something. Herkison.
Yes. So this is so far the only movie that doesn't have a roll call. Dream.
Oh, yeah, but the dream sequence sucked hardcore. Oh, my God. Okay, I have thoughts about this dream sequence. Okay.
Yeah, it was a dream sequence, but it wasn't a roll call.
Right. Yeah, I got that. But first off, you can't throw a chainsaw. I just want to say that. You just can't start it up and then throw it. That's so unsafe.
Well, I'm sure there's some kind of carnival person that can do it.
I mean, yeah, but did these people seem like carnival people to you?
Ooh, I'd watch that movie. Someone with a chainsaw killing cheerleaders. I'd watch that, especially after watching this franchise.
Yeah, for sure. This well, we're gonna get to at some point in time that Cheer or Die. That's like the last one they just came out with. So let's see how well that one works out. Okay. When they get to cheer camp, okay, I love how they stay at the Hard Rock Hotel.
Mm-hmm.
And the Hard Rock is all over this movie. And the whole time watching, every time I saw Hard Rock, I was like, sponsor? And then I was all like, how much did they pay? Because whatever it was, it had to be real cheap for this
They
movie.
did not get their return.
Yeah,
Even if it was free, they did not get their
this
return.
movie, I was all like, maybe they funded this movie and that's why it's so bad. It's just very bad.
I feel like this was a very low budget for this one because their cheer outfits are ugly as fuck.
Yeah, and then when they're okay, so they get there and the I don't remember which ones. The Sharks. Are those the red team? Is that the red team, the Sharks? Yeah, the red team, the Sharks.
Yeah, the
Okay.
Sharks and the Jets. No.
Yeah, the Sharks are the Reds and the Jets are the Blues. West Coast, East Coast, West Coast, East Coast. Anyways,
You are right. You are right.
so
Maybe
I love how the Sharks, they automatically go to practicing. And then the Jets, the two main chicks were annoying as shit. We're trying to like get them off their game by dancing all like weird and everything on their little beach and everything.
Yeah.
And then then after that whole thing works, which yeah, anyways, she's like, I need to rework these moves. And she randomly does it in the middle of an amusement park. I was like, what's going on here? Why are you doing it right here? Why don't you do it
Right.
back on
Why
that
did you have
beach?
to go to the amusement park? Why couldn't you have just stayed at the hotel? Why did you
Yeah.
have to go? Like, I
Yeah.
don't get that.
She had to meet Penn, which
Penn.
where's your brother Pencil? Anyways.
Yeah.
So
and again, there are no adults in charge. These parents just put their 20 to 30 some kids on a coach bus and sent them to camp with the only adult being the bus driver.
right.
I get these are movies, but at some point you got to be a little more realistic.
Absolutely. So okay, so I love how that stroller mom totally just knocks Carson over. And
Runs
then
her over.
doesn't even say sorry or stop, maybe to yell at her for being in the fucking way while she's trying to roll her baby through an amusement park.
Would one of your strollers have run over a human being without you noticing? Because
yeah, she didn't even pause. Like she just kept going like, oh, just a speed bump. It's okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, can we talk about the flip phones too?
Oh, I wrote that down. I wrote flip phones. Yes, let's talk about it. I was going to do it after she met Penn, but we can talk about it now if you want.
No, I was just like, is it going to be another one where the pictures are like just pristine as if it's a,
right.
new phone? Because
I feel like they did
awesome.
keep it truer to the way it looked because it kind of looked a little grainy. But at the same time, I don't think you could record this long of a video. You're recording the flamingos jumping and hopping and skipping around. Flamingos. Yeah. But and I'm just like,
wasn't that the same symbol in dodgeball for
it is the same dodgeball, but
everybody's using that symbol.
Yeah, but I loved it as soon as I saw it. Oh, did you catch that? Flamingos and everything. So okay. Oh, and I love when after she meets Penn, he's all like, you ever done the double dragon? I was like, oh, you're naughty. You're a naughty
dirty
boy. Yeah,
dirty
you dirty boy.
And of course, Penn's a jet.
Yes. And then I love how when she gets so she gets back to the hotel room, right? And she's like, oh my God, he's so perfect, or whatever she says to her friend. And she's like, who are you talking about, or whatever? And she's like, Penn, he's awesome and smart, but in a good way. Plus, he's hot. And I go, can you be smart and hot or smart and awesome in a bad way? Like, if you're smart and you're awesome, it's automatically good. What's going on?
I don't know. This new phone sucks.
Is it a flip phone?
Hello? All right.
Okay, so okay, I have a question about these movies. Why does there always have to be an angry black girl, a stupid blonde girl, and the captain has to at least one of the captains has to be really bitchy?
Because if they were both nice, it wouldn't make for a good story. You wouldn't hate one. You wouldn't want one.
Well, I hate all of them.
I do too. But I'm just saying, like in the first one, you got to pick a side. Come on. Or they want you to pick.
I mean, I guess
they want you not to pick the wrong one. It's not like you don't know the minute the movie starts who's going to win in the end.
Oh, right. Well, they both won. Did
they though?
Okay, so Camp Spirit Thunder can suck it, and here's why. They brought back the cheer stick. And and I love how Pepper was giving her big speech about how she met Herky Herkison, whatever hell his name was, and he blessed that spirit stick and the spirit, the cheer spirits, and you don't want to mess with the spirit, the cheer gods. And I'm all like, what is going on here with this nonsense? Like,
It's
no
now a
one believes.
religion.
Nobody believes in this nonsense. And if you do, you're a crazy person. Um, yeah, I just thought that was I hate when they bring up anything in a curse. That's like the first one when she's like, anybody who messes with the cheer sticks goes to Hades. I'm like,
Yeah.
oh, please. I'm like, come on.
Did you not love the part about the workshops and the different names for the
Oh,
workshop?
yeah. Oh, well, I was just about to talk about some of them because I love how they get Chicago, and she's this spicy black lady that's when she tells you how to jump, you say how high, and she's gonna tell you what don't hate the game, or don't hate the player, hate the game, or
Yeah.
whatever. Um, and she's just basically doing some crunk moves from the last movie that the black girl emulates, but with a little bit of twerking in there. And then I love how, and then Pepper, I wrote down Pepper, she does her facial expressions freaking thing, and she's all like, okay, I wrote this down. She goes, um, I want you to give me some big facials. And I was like, yeah, I'll give you a big facial, or but uh yeah, yeah, those were ridiculous. What did you think of them?
I just because that's like, I think the way she did it was ridiculous, but that is like a scoring thing. Facials are important.
Right on. Okay, so I also love how after all that nonsense, they have a cheer off. Now, I don't know about you, Vetta, but I'm getting sick and tired. Why does everything have to be a cheer? Like everything in this fucking movie. So they have a cheer off, right? And they're all like, you can't stop, Hank, hold us down. We're here, we're going to send you to the pound. Woof, 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 woof. And I'm all like, why are we rhyming right now and throwing ourselves in the air on the beach? Like, what's going on here?
Because this does not in any way, shape, or form make me scared of you. It makes me go, oh, I could for sure kick your ass. Because you
Yeah.
think a fight is just rhyming words and cheering.
They even rhyme when they're playing poker, strip
Yes.
poker with
It's cheer poker.
cheer poker. Sorry, everything's yeah. They're playing cheer poker. Why are they rhyming like with their I don't understand that whole thing. Like it's so weird. Like this is not indicative of real life because I'm sorry, no cheer person rhymes everything they do. It's so weird.
And why did they make the Brooke girl the captain of the Jets? Why does she look so fake?
Because she's a fake bitch.
Like she looks like everything on her body's been implanted and then she's been fake tanned like nobody's business.
Yeah.
And I just don't get it. Like, why is that a thing? And
No,
yeah, the
I
cheer
don't get it
talking
either.
is a just ridiculous.
Yeah, it
Um,
sucks.
I did like the part where the one girl was like, "You need Jesus or some Prozac."
Right on. Mm. Or, well, if you take the Prozac, sharesies, sharesies. Okay.
That should be what they're playing for at cheer poker.
Right
Calm
on.
their asses down.
Oh, I want to talk about the grand prize in just a second, if we could. But
Yeah.
okay. So she goes on her date with Penn, which is such a weird name. Okay. And the date is fine. But and by the way, while they're on their date, the cheer stick gets stolen. Who couldn't see that?
Stolen.
Oh,
Oh
stolen.
no.
Oh,
They're going to
no. Oh,
Hades.
no. Which, by the way, did you guess who had the cheer stick right
Of
off the bat?
course.
You did? Okay. Because I just thought it was the Jets chick, and then she was just like, I didn't want to tell. So then Penn tells his deepest, darkest secret, and
Which
that is,
he's a shitty human being.
yeah, which it's not even like a secret. He's rich. Like
He's
just
rich and he took scholarship money so that his dad wouldn't find out and the team wouldn't know he's rich.
Yeah, that's and I'm all like, okay, that's not really that big a secret,
Couldn't
buddy.
you just kept asking your dad for money to go do stuff and then pocket it until you
Yeah.
had enough?
Yeah, I'm just like, okay, well, whatever.
Or
So,
didn't your dad give you money for what type of camp was he supposed to be at?
I don't know. I don't remember that. I don't write it down either.
Karate.
Karate.
Yeah, or some kind of martial arts.
Yeah, karate martial arts.
So his dad didn't give him money to pay for that?
I mean, I guess so. Maybe it wasn't enough. I don't know. How much is
Well,
Karate
he was
Kid?
lying about it, so he was the one making up the price.
I mean, listen, I don't know, dude. How did I like how they started dancing, and their dancing was horrible too. I'm all like, you guys, yeah, I'm like, and I don't know if you, but I totally could tell that some of the cheer extras were some of those dance extras. Like I was pointing them out.
Sure.
I was like, I should go back and like screenshot those and then circle them and just be like, there, that guy's here right here later on in the movie at the cheer camp.
That's the one they throw up in the air.
Yep. Okay. So, okay, the spirit stick curse antic. After they get, after Pepper comes in, she's like, you lost my spirit stick. Well, that girl I told you about that broke her leg. She not only broke her leg, but she did this, and got cancer and died the same day. And you're all like, okay, all right, Pepper, who names their kid Pepper? Okay. So the antics during that were just ridiculous. I mean, the goth girl broke her sharp tooth and then flipped over that
whole little montage of the day that they're having is ridiculous.
It was so bad. Like, how do you not notice that your shorts came off your body after you came down a slide? And then how do you not automatically grab them as they're, or like with your feet, do the thing where you like clamp them real quick so they don't fly off of your ankles? I'm just like, come on.
You're a guy. If you are wearing the correct size swimming trunks, do you ever feel like when you're going down a slide, you're going to lose them? Because I would think you'd get a wedgie, not they would just fall off.
Well, either way, either way. I mean, yeah, it's just ridiculous. I hated everything.
It was so dumb.
Okay.
What'd you think of the cheer sacrifice? Remember, if they want it to be broke, they have to do the cheer sacrifice. And then they're in the weird fenced-in alley, and the Jets come in, and they're going to have a Jet Shark cheer rumble.
Oh, well, I want to talk about that rumble. The sacrifice was ridiculous. It's like in the last movie where they buried her pom-poms and she had to like not be a cheer whore. Yeah, it's ridiculous. I'm all like, this is so stupid. Now, what did you think of that? So we can real quick get to the cheer rumble.
I was like you. It was ridiculous. I'm like, this goth girl has read too many, fantasy, sci-fi, vampire, werewolf type movies. This is absurd.
Yeah.
And the fact that they did this on like at the Universal lot on a set that literally looks like it's from West Side Story.
Right. Isn't the goth girl the same one that helped set up the altar to the spirit stick with like earth, fire, wind, water? I'm like, this is so weird. It's so weird. Okay. Yeah, because now
the Jets are on one side of the fence, and the Sharks are on the other, and they're gonna cheer rumble.
Oh my goodness, no contact. So
watch the face.
Yeah, exactly. So their cheer rumble is just basically a cheer off, but like no talking. Like because they're like, okay, so they're just basically like hitting each other, but like air punching each other. And I'm all like, the whole time I'm all like, you guys are just cheering again. What's going on here? It's so much cheering.
They need to get out more.
Yeah, it's just this one was like cheer miming because they couldn't like they didn't do their little cheer like we got you, we are the best, you are just like the rest. They didn't do any of that nonsense. And which was helpful because I was like, oh, and
like half of them end up maimed or broken.
Yeah, which I just want to say, I saw a couple like the chicks on top that fell. I was like, all right, I get it, but they lost so many cheerleaders in that rumble. They lost so many, and
they're kicked out of camp because they can't perform.
Yeah, so many good fighters in that rumble, and then they have to leave because they don't have enough.
Yes. Oh, but then Carson and Brooke. They're geniuses.
Yes, but wait. We have to get. Oh gosh, is this okay? We have to talk about real quick before they get to the. Okay, can we talk about the dream sequence?
Oh,
where they're like homeless zombies. Why did Pepper look like she was literally Nosferatu jumping at a fucking like, and the rest of them are all like. So and so moved on with their life or some crap like that. The gate, and why did they all have gross teeth? Like I'm all like. is this cheer curse so bad that the rest of your life has failed? Couldn't it just be like you couldn't cheer again? You just
Right.
could.
You're teenagers. You're still under your parents' insurance. You can still use the shower and wash your hair,
Right.
brush your teeth, and go to the dentist.
Now Pepper might be screwed though,
Right. But I mean, they're not going to go home on the bus and now all of a sudden their parents like, you failed at cheerleading camp. I don't
yeah,
ever want to see you again. Get out of my house.
you've
You
angered the
worthless.
cheer gods.
Right.
Like,
I can't have
because
that karma in my house.
and what was Pepper after she jumped out of that thing looking like fucking Shrek? What was she gonna do to Carson after she pulls her by her hair? She's like ah, ha, 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 and everything. And I love how she floats down to the earth like a freaking Vlad the Impaler's wife and everything. She's all like cheer and lead. We act like we're on speed and shit. And then she grabs her by the hair and just pulls her along. What was she gonna do with her? Like I'm so confused by this whole thing.
Keep her in a dungeon and torture her forever. I don't know, because this was the weirdest dream sequence.
I mean, I would like to have
sense.
seen that movie just
Right.
a little
I
bit,
could have zombie cheerleaders might be a little bit more fun than this.
Yeah, that does
For
sound like
sure.
fun. Okay. So they get the idea to combine their teams, right?
Oh yeah, because they want to be in the cheer finals.
Yes, which after we talk about that, I want to talk about the prize for the finals. But okay. So they come up with a new name. Do you want to say the name?
The sheets? The shits. No, see, I can't because I just want to say everything. The sharts is what I want to say.
It's the shets. Yeah, now, when I'm not gonna lie, when I first heard this and I was taking notes, I was like, did they say the shits? Oh my God, please say they said the shits. And they're like, the shets. And I love how they come up with all these different names. And then Penn's like, how about the shets? None of you are come up with anything better. I'm like, you guys took like less than a minute to think about this. Yeah. Why don't you guys have a minute to like think before you do anything? And then I love how they automatically made jerseys and shit for themselves. Like they made
like they took their 2 uniforms and sliced them and cut them that literally looked like they were made by homeless people on the road. They were like, hey, we need a costume department. You guys, we'll give you booze and lunch if you can sew these together to make outfits.
Okay.
What was with the confession circle?
Oh, I want to talk about that after this because that was
okay.
Awesome. Okay, so their prize for winning this camp contest was a world cheer tour. And I'm all like, that's better than all the other movies put together. Like they like in the first one, they win the state's championship.
National.
Yeah, the nationals.
And they get a check.
Yeah, they get a check, but let's just pretend that was for 20,000 because that's how much they said it was for the next one, the college one.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's just say it's 20 grand, right? And then it's 20 grand in the second one. And in the third one, they win a spot on Rihanna TV special
video. And computers
for their high school. But this one, I'm all like, I feel like a world tour for 30 plus people is more than $20 with flights and everything.
Yeah.
And hotel stays. I feel like this is the best prize out of all of them.
You know who's going to see them or see that?
Who?
People whose kids like want to go see Ice Capades and things.
Oh, right on. I'm not going to that shit. Fuck that. No, I don't care.
It'd be the people that go to, and again, nothing against the cheerleaders or the gymnasts. It's hard work, but it's like the people that go see the tour of the U.S. Olympic gymnasts that go around the United States and do a gymnastics show. Like, why do I need to? I watched you in the Olympics on TV in the comfort of my home.
Right on. All right, let's talk about this cheer secret circle.
Oh, I called it a confession circle because I was like, they were.
Well, I love how they tell each other their secrets. Which one was your favorite?
We already knew Penn's. Mine was the gay kids.
Really, I thought I mean, I did like his because I was all like, I've had that happen before. Bitches think you're gay, so they just change in front of you, and you're like,
gay. You just thought,
like, I'm not gonna say anything. I'm just gonna let you show me your titties. It's fine. Pop a big fat nip, I liked the
Because that's what
black.
I thought of. Well, the black girl was good. I don't remember her name.
It doesn't matter. I
But
just liked how she was like, I was picked on when I was little, so I had to get this rough exterior, and then I had to
I'm
talk all
from
black and
Texas.
blackety black and everything. And you're all like, what? And
And then all
like,
of a sudden she's all, you know,
she's all
and then
articulate and
someone's
shit.
like, I think she's whiter than me.
Yeah, which I'm all like, what? What's going on here? This is so weird. Yeah, I did not. I liked the circle, but I didn't like the secret circle. The secret circle.
Yeah.
Okay.
Can we talk about when they go on the spying on the flamingos adventure and they
Yeah,
get
but before we get on to that, they do this like they're trying to like figure out their
oh
moves, right? They're trying to mesh
yeah.
their moves together. So like, let's dance one on one, and then they start salsa dancing, and then like bump and grind and everything, and then all of a sudden they're like, "Hey, we got it!" And I'm all like, "Wow, you guys are so great at this cheerleading thing.
So
you
it's
just needed
fully
to
gonna be improv.
right
Got
on."
it.
Okay, now we can talk about the flamingos, spying on the flamingos.
Can I
Okay.
just say when they're, being all commando and is trying to sneak in the most heavily guarded place, which is just a warehouse, it looks like, that
Yeah,
they
and I
put like
love
a
how
fancy garden fence in front of that you
right.
could
And
climb over.
right, and if you notice Vance, or whatever his name is, he's like, "Hey, so and so, will you open this gate for me?" And I'm all like, or will you get the gate for me? And I'm like, the gate isn't even like locked. You could just get it. Like, why does he need to get the gate for you? Your hands are free. You're just walking.
And then
And
they're like,
he's like,
it's locked. And I'm like, you could literally just step over it. You don't have to do cheer moves to get up, to the balcony, which had stairs.
yeah.
Like the whole
So
thing on
yeah,
that was ridiculous.
it was
Absolutely
ridiculous. And then he's
ridiculous.
like, "You want to come in and see cheer heaven or whatever it was?" And I'm all like, "Sure, let's see. I want to see cheer heaven." And it's like it looks like a massage table and just a big mat.
Do you get a
So
happy ending?
yeah. Oh, then I am all for it. Um, yeah, flamingos. Oh,
Flamingos.
okay. And then I love how they're like, we need a new move or whatever. So they create what the double dragon move that's gonna win them. And then they're practicing, and everyone's like, yeah. And I'm all like, I mean, it looks all right. It looks
And yeah, it just was like, really? That's what you got? That's what you got?
okay. So then the final competition, can we move to the final competition, or is there anything else you want to talk about in between?
No, we can
Okay.
go to the
So
final
the final
competition.
competition, right? Okay. So the lumberjacks or whatever the green team was, they do a good job or whatever, because
Yeah.
before that they couldn't even roll correctly or whatever. I don't
Yeah.
remember what Chicago said. So then they meet up with the flamingos, and they get one flamingo to come over and sass box them and everything, and she's all like, and she goes, I love how when she's talking to him, all her other teammates, if you notice in the background, are like, what is she doing? Like, what are you doing, Cynthia? Come on, Cynthia. It's our time to
We're
go.
on.
We're on. What is she doing, guys? It was so ridiculous. Okay, so then Carson, she goes, I think you're on. You are so on. I was like, ooh, burn, Carson. Good one, Carson. I was just like I was just like, what is that? You are so on. What does that even mean? And the girl looks like she's all like, huh, what? And then she like runs towards her team. I'm all like, this is weird. It's so weird. Like that wasn't even a good burn.
Yeah. And can I say, first of all, their uniforms are ridiculous.
Ridiculous.
Ridiculous. Second of all, when did this cheerleading camp start becoming theater camp? Because
Oh my God.
the props and it was, again, just fucking, they should have lost just for that. It was ridiculously stupid.
I was all like, did I switch on Stomp for a second?
Like this just got, this one was just out of control ridiculous.
Yeah, like I'm all like, oh, and I have one question real quick. I have two questions, okay, real quick. Well, I have three questions technically, but okay, first question. Did you get the sense that Pepper and Vance were like down to fuck each other like so hard? Because were they exes?
Yeah, they got divorced.
But the whole time I'm all like,
the camp and he didn't, and he was bitter and angry.
Oh, I was all because I was like, you should just bang, just smash and get it out of the way. Okay, guys. All right. Were you more of a Jets fan or a Sharks fan before they became the Shets?
The Sharks.
Oh, see, I was a Jets all the way. Go blue.
Ugh.
Oh, and hold on. I have one more thing. I totally forgot to say it because I forgot to mark it down. Okay. So later on, when they were talking about their name, the Shets and everything, somebody in there, I can't remember who, they were like, they compared it to Tupac and Biggie. And I was like, don't you fucking dare mention those
I
names should
forgot about
be
that
keep those
too.
names out of your mouth, you dirty hooers. Okay. Don't you ever bring them up again. Ever.
The
I
writers
don't even
were
want you to
trying to
remember.
hit a particular demographic of people who have taste and they don't because they wrote this movie.
Right. I don't want you, don't bring up any famous duos ever again, you dumb bitches. Okay. And my last question is, do you think the Shets should have won?
No, they
I
had
mean,
props.
neither.
They had ugly costumes and their cheer wasn't that good.
It wasn't that
The
good.
flamingos were
Yeah,
better.
yeah. I mean, just because they did their little dragon, double dragon move, that wasn't good enough to win. Those flamingos were hopping and skipping around like nobody's business. And I even thought that the woodchucks or whatever the hell their name were, I thought they were better than the
I
Sheds.
did too. I was like, this really sucks. You should have thought more than you needed to do a little salsa dancing in practice. You should have actually fucking practiced. You suck.
For sure. Yeah, the whole time I'm just like, I don't think I like this at all. I
No,
mean, it was
this
okay.
one so far was terrible. I thought the last one was terrible, but it was great compared to this
Oh,
one.
this one. Yeah, this one. Oh my. I'll go back to crunk dancing with that was my favorite part. Oh, I caught a little saliva in my breath doing that.
That's what
That
she
was my
said.
favorite part. I would love to see that again, but like just doubled in this one. Like,
Just a video that's just nothing but
oh my
that.
goodness, I would love it so much. That would make me so happy. Okay. I don't have anything else to say about this movie.
Just don't want to spend any more time on it because it's
For
horrible.
sure. For sure.
Oh,
Would you suggest this movie, Vetta?
never.
Yeah, me neither. If you were gonna watch this franchise, I would skip over this one. I would just
So
skip it
yeah, so far
entirely.
I would, yeah, or put it on like 30 times, just fast forward through the whole thing instead of spending
Yeah.
an hour and 40 minutes on it. You're done in like 20.
Yeah.
You don't need the words. You really don't. It's just cheer talk the whole time. So you're fine.
Yeah, and I love how Carson was like with Penn. She's like, I could lick his abs, and I was like, well, his abs weren't that great. There was like,
No,
and like
there's
they were,
better ones out
yeah,
there.
like
I
his abs
mean,
were fine. They're better than mine because I got a dad bod, but they were not as like lickalicious as you made them out
no,
to be.
they're
Like,
not at all.
all
All
right.
right. Well, if you don't have anything else you
Mm-mm.
want to add to this shit show, um, we'll move on. Excuse me. Whoa.
Let's do it.
To the next portion of our show, which is our question. What is your question today?
Well, since they were dual cheer squads, my question for you is, what is your favorite movie, your favorite gang movie?
My
Because they were like
favorite
gangs.
gang
Yeah.
movie
They were the
is,
Sharks and the Jets from West Side Story,
yeah,
so we had to do
I know,
gangs.
which was absurd. I can't even.
What's your favorite gang movie?
The Green Street Hooligans.
Oh, I love that movie. So
Love that
good.
movie
I
so
love that
much.
little
It's
song
so
that they
good.
sing about bubbles. So
Yeah, yeah,
good.
I love that movie. So, yeah. What was yours?
Boys in the
Oh yeah,
Hood.
that's so good too.
I
That's
love it. I
iconic.
love when the dad, played by oh, what's his face? Lawrence Fishburne is like, do I
Yes.
smell pussy? And he's like, oh,
Yeah.
Dad, keep it good. Just like, oh, Dad. And he's like, I smell pussy. And then he tells him the story, and I'm all like, that's so crazy. Like,
All right.
I was like,
So,
he's very forthcoming with his father. I would have never told my
right.
father that story. What's your question?
So, because they went to summer camp in this one,
Mm.
I said, "What is your favorite movie with camp in it?"
Mine is Camp Nowhere. It's got Christopher Lloyd in it. and it's about these kids. They start their camp and they hire Christopher Lloyd to be the camp counselor slash the head runner of the camp, and they have to have like a camp day where their parents stay, where their parents come to see what they're doing, but they've been basically just fucking around with camp and everything and their parents' money. And
Totally
it's
forgot
so,
about that
oh my God, I
movie.
love that
That's
movie
so
so
good.
much. We're gonna have to do a camp series or whatever
Yeah.
sometime. But I just love that movie so much. So I love that movie. That's my movie. Go. What's yours?
I picked Whitewater Summer with Kevin Bacon, where he takes
Oh.
like the rich kids from the city and he takes them whitewater rafting.
Oh, doesn't one of them die?
I don't think so.
Oh, okay. Well, listen, I don't think I've seen that movie.
Yeah, you might be a little too young for it.
Oh, well, thank you. Thank you. I love it when people call me young, you know.
Yeah, it's kind of like
Yo, bitch.
it's kind of one of those like they're not outdoorsy kids and it's like their first like outdoorsy thing and it's just I think
Yeah,
no,
doesn't it have like the Jurassic Park kid in it?
it has a lot of nerdy chubby
Mm.
kids in it, but it's not that anyone dies. Kevin Bacon gets hurt, if I remember correctly, and they have to get him out. So they have to step up and take everything that he taught them before they before he got hurt. It was a really good movie. I remember it as a kid. I was always like, man, I'm glad my mom never let me go to camp. It
Right
was for
on.
shit.
Right on. Right on.
Yeah. So, that one's mine. I just remember it as being a good camp movie that as a kid I watched multiple times.
Yeah, no, I
So,
get it. I get it. Totally get
so
it.
all right. Do you have anything else you would like to add?
No, don't see this movie. It's not worth it.
Please don't. If you
Yeah,
ever
don't.
listen to us, please
Which you
listen to this.
should.
You should always listen to us.
Yeah, always.
One of us is usually always right. The
It's
other
me.
one, give or take, it depends on the day and the moment.
Yeah, you're never right. I'm always right. It's always me.
So, all right. Thank you guys so much for listening. And if you're listening, if you listen to us on Apple Podcast, Spotify, or wherever you get your podcast needs and wants, whatever, please feel free to leave us a 5-star review. It really does help us a lot, and we really do appreciate us. Please check out our regular scheduled program podcast, BS Drunk Movie Reviews. Follow us on Twitter at BS Drunk Pod to stay updated. We will also at some point be posting these videos on YouTube. But for those of you that subscribe to us in our Patreon, you get them now. Yay,
Yeah, you
you.
do.
If you enjoy what you're seeing, get your friends involved or hearing and get them to listen and subscribe as well. And please do not forget to drink, recap, review, and repeat. Bye.
Bye, you guys.